House Martell.
Finally.
What's in the box?
What's in it?
Let's find out.
As you guys know, the Martell, they've been a sort of a fan favorite for many months. They've been released in certain parts of the world. Here in the United States, I think probably, John, this was
October 14th.
October. Okay.
Which today is the what? 17th?
17th of as the day of recording.
Here's
so here we
packaging, all nice and pretty.
Mm.
I forget they tape these, which is probably a good thing, but. This is Tyrene Sand. Let me make sure I've got her in the shot. Right here. I don't know anything about her.
Me neither. It looks to be a woman. That's all I can say. I shouldn't
assume that.
I shouldn't assume the gender. But you know what? I'm going to take a look at the card as you show her along.
Yeah.
And so we'll know more about these guys. I gotta say, I have not read the books, so I have no knowledge about them. All I know is that these guys are sort of a outcast, maybe, of the...
Kind of.
Kind of, okay. So, her name is, you said...
Tyrene Sand. I think she's the...
Oh, yeah, but here we go.
Oh.
So, we're gonna put the image on screen as you guys can see. Healing Hands. At the start of round 2, choose one tactic zone. The next time an enemy NCU claims that zone, attach the Strangler Poison card to that NCU. So interesting. What does the Strangler...
Is it in there?
It says, at the start of the game, place this card close to your tactic deck. An ability or effects will state when this card can be played. At the end of each round, place one order token on this card. If this card has 2 order tokens, destroy the unit this card is attached to. So that means the faster this can go off is round 4.
Yeah.
So many of you probably are aware that most games are already kind of done or decided by round 4. But still. She doesn't have any innate abilities on her own, I would say.
Besides, auto-killing a unit. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
We'll see how that plays out.
Yes, we'll see.
What else we got? So that was Tyrene, and then we've got, I guess this is her sister, I believe, Elia Sand with her spear there.
Elia Sand. Now, we're going to put on the screen as well. John, if you want to...
I'll read this one. So, she's an attachment. She gives the unit precision and boisterous charisma. This unit may never be targeted by enemy orders, tactics cards, or be influenced by enemy NCUs. And it's a 2-point card.
2-point cards. Okay. Well, that's not too bad.
How much was, I'm guessing the other girl was 5. Yeah. Tyrene was a 5.
Oh, well.
That's reasonable, I feel like. Obara Sand. Another woman. There's a lot of ladies in this pack.
Huh. That's another lady. Her name is...
She's kind of mean looking. Oh, she's got a whip.
This is interesting. She can be taken as commander or as attachment. So let's just look at the attachment for now. But basically, she gives Sundering, and she has uncontrolled rage. Similarly to probably the Mountain. When this unit activates, if it can charge an enemy, it performs one morale test, and a failure, it performs one charge action on the nearest valid enemy and counts as rolling 6s for all charging distance. So
that could be good or bad.
That could be good, yes.
Especially with their playstyle, it's a little more...
Well, if you can tell, I'm going to put on now her commander card. As you can see, John, it's more a sort of a aggressive kind of player.
Yeah. Reckless heroism, so again with the charging thing, suffers wounds, 6 for in charge. Fueled by slaughter, we all know what that is at this point.
Yes.
And then sundering. So,
yes, that it's never a bad thing. Never a bad thing.
I don't feel like we're going to go through their whole tactics deck. Because it's on the app and it's also on ASOIAFstats.com, which if you're not using that, then why are you playing this game? No,
it is very website. It's very, very useful.
Yes, correct.
So
now we've got Harmon Uller. He's got a cool jacket going on. Or like...
Yes, what's his name again?
Harmon Fuller.
He's a attachment, and here it says Dornish Conviction. While you control the crown, this unit attacks using the highest attack die value. I guess it's goodish. Reinforcements, though. This is being taken from the Night's Watch. Each time this unit activates, it restores 1 wound. If you control crown, it restores +1 wounded. So that's sort of a sustain kind of game.
That could be good. I mean, he's only a 1-point attachment.
Yeah, look at the
Dornish Conviction and Reinforcements for 1 point.
It's not bad.
That's pretty good.
It is pretty good, actually. Now, this is the commander.
Order Supply Aid. Oh, this is like Night's Watch stuff.
Yep.
This unit suffers up to 3 wounds. Restore 1 plus that many to one friendly unit in long range. So.
I know Resolve is always good to have.
Yeah.
We're gonna see what is the morale for this faction, but my feelings are it's not gonna be
probably not high.
Yeah, probably not too high.
Maybe the Sunspears. I'd say they're probably like morale 5.
Okay. Well.
Next we've got Nymeria Sand.
Okay.
Which
well,
has a ton of detail that the camera probably can't pick up because it's monochrome. But like her center there. I mean, look, there's like a dagger and a pouch and a bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hard to pick out.
Now she is a NCU or she could be an attachment. So let's look on the screen for the NCU. Actually, John, you read it because this is a pretty lengthy.
Yes, it is. Conflicting reactions. This is the NCU version. 4 points. Influence. When this unit claims a zone, attach this card to a combat unit to the end of the round, while influencing a friendly infantry unit. So specifically infantry.
Okay.
If you or your opponent controls crown, its melee attacks gain vicious. If you or your opponent controls swords, its melee attacks gain critical blow. And if you or your opponent controls palm trees, it gains +1 movement.
So basically, it boosts a unit according to what you control. And pretty sure this influence becomes more relevant when you guys have already placed stuff on the NCU. That usually happens before normally.
Right.
So it.
You could get all of that though. It's
yes. So I would say that it gives probably at least either vicious or movement or critical blow.
I mean, if you're playing a normal game, I feel like at least the swords is going to be controlled by one player.
Yes.
I feel like this faction has a lot of things that want you to have the crown, so probably that. And then I can't remember the name. It's like Secret Gardens or Secret Oasis is the new zone. It's in the big box. I think.
We're gonna take a look at it, but definitely it's something we should keep our eyes on. Finally, this is her attachment. She has Advantage Strike. Never seen this before.
Yeah, it's new.
When attacking enemies that have not activated this round, this unit melee attack may reroll any attack die. Dornish Vengeance. After this unit is attacked with a melee attack, if you control sword, the attacker suffers 2 wounds, +1 wound for each of these units destroyed ranks.
Wow.
This is pretty strong. This is an attachment. It's 2 points.
Yeah.
It is 2 points.
Yeah, but that's like...
Yes. This is our straight up wounds. So imagine, guys, Giants, imagine Hardened, all those units that bypass or that block hits.
Wow.
This dishes out wounds.
I have a feeling that might get reworked.
I don't know. But
let's see.
We have our probably one of the most famous characters.
Yeah, and finally the famous Oberyn Martell. Sorry, I showed them backwards. This is Harmon Uller. The one earlier was Oberyn Martell.
Oh.
I thought something looked weird. So this is Oberyn, the one I showed for Harmon earlier, like a dummy.
Okay.
And this is Harmon Uller. But Oberyn Martell.
Okay. He is a NCU, 4 points. Hot-tempered. The influence says, while influencing a friendly unit, each time an enemy attacks this unit with a melee attack, before resolving the attack, the attacker suffers 2 hits, +1 hits for each of the defender's remaining ranks.
Like Hold the Line, or no, not Hold the Line.
Yes, it's. I think it's called Hold the Line.
It is Hold the Line.
Yes, Hold the Line.
Yeah.
We've seen that Hold the Lines is pretty effective, especially against free folks and people that have low armor.
I don't know about a 4-point NCU though. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I would say we should take a look at the units before we can really judge.
That's fair.
Because some of the units may probably synergize with with this guy better. But definitely is. I like how the critic team is going. I haven't seen anything that is completely new, but the way that's being worked is new.
Some of it's new in its own way. It's kind of like rebranded.
Yes.
So I guess, you know what? We opened the single boxes, so I'll open the Sunspear Royal Guards now.
Okay.
Which I bet these guys are going to look absolutely
amazing. Okay. Let's see.
Can I open it without destroying them this time? Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
We got a base.
We got a finally base. Well, this is pretty standard for. We got units card and the attachments.
You'd think with as many of these as I'd opened, I would have known better than just cut one side.
Here we go.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Here we go.
Let's dig all these out here.
So, John, as far as I can tell, what can you tell me about the quality of the plastic? Like, do you see any difference with the...
The first thing I noticed is it feels harder.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know, feel it. Tell me if I'm crazy. Feels kind of lighter, but somehow more... Like, I feel like the older ones are a little spongier. Like,
Yes.
These just feel hard. I mean, like...
Yes.
People are going to cringe me whacking that model.
Well, hopefully they will not.
Oh, wow, these look really good. So, right off the bat...
Yes.
I'm getting Carthaginian vibes, like Punic vibes with this, like, shield.
Absolutely, yes. So if we want to actually, I can tell here there are a lot of poses. I can see there are six poses.
So here's one. Here's the guy with spear, like, kind of hacking it down. And the shield's got a lot of detail. It's probably really hard to see on the camera with how monochrome they are, but when they have paint, that's going to be amazing. It's got, like, an olive wreath sort of design. I don't know how to describe that.
Here we go. I'm putting here so you can pick them one by one. Here we go.
Okay. This must be like the captain, if that's what he's called, or master, or whatever. You know, I'm not a fan of the shoulder pauldrons. I think that's a little too gaudy.
Yeah.
But still pretty cool.
They have some sort of a mix with the Middle Eastern with something that reminds me somehow of the High Elves. I don't know why.
Right?
Yeah.
Probably the plumes on their helmets.
Maybe, yeah.
But still, regardless of my personal taste, looks amazing. So that's probably the captain right there.
Yes, actually, we have
this guy.
The attachment, the Spear Lord. We'll keep it for last. It's here.
Oh, that's the Spear Lord. So
yes.
That's just a bannerman.
Yes, that's a bannerman.
Okay,
actually,
so we did
here.
that was the first guy, did I think? Right?
Mm-hmm. So these are the only ones that are left.
This one, I don't think I should.
Okay.
So this guy's got like a weird over the shield pose that I'm really digging. That's super dynamic. Wouldn't you say?
I'm impressed of the variety here. I'm really impressed. Really impressed.
Standard. That's more like what we're used to. I feel like just dude holding a spear.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty. Yeah. It's pretty reasonable. And
that is the Spear Lords.
I mean, the helmet looks like your people made it, Salvo.
Nah, I don't have the technical name, but yeah, definitely the dress he had is very appealing. Now, if you want to take a look at the whole unit, these are the Sunspear Royal Guard.
I really like the color too. Reminds me of UT Orange.
That is correct. In fact, we are recording in Tennessee, specifically Knoxville.
And this is the weekend after the Alabama game.
Yes.
So if you guys watched that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You probably don't even have to have watched it to know what I'm talking about.
Yes. So let's put on the screen the card. John, this is a 7-point unit.
Oh, yes. 7 points, but it looks really good.
Yeah.
So first off, 5 move.
Mm-hmm.
3 up to hit. 7-7-4 on the ranks. So 7-7. That's good. 4 up armor, so middle of the way. They look really heavily armored, don't be 4 up.
Yes.
But, and then a 5 up morale, which
excellent.
That's about as good as it gets, almost. And we got 2 orders: martial training, which that's not new. When performing a melee attack, can reroll any attack, and the defender becomes vulnerable. And then shield wall, which is also not new. So you know what this is?
Mm-hmm.
This is the Unsullied Swordsman.
The way it should be.
Plus the Unsullied Spearmen.
Oh, the Spearmen, yes.
It's like literally take the Swordsman and the Pikemen and mismatch them together, and that's what you've got here. At the same price point.
Well, 7 points.
Yeah.
They look to be definitely a kind of a Swiss Army knife.
Oh yeah.
They can definitely take the attack roll, but they can definitely take the defense. Having armor 4 is probably their only downside. For the way they look, I would say they look definitely to be more like a 3-up. But giving them 3-up, it will make them. I mean, morale 5 is already. Now, the Spear Lord, their attachment gives boldness and courage.
Yawn.
So this means that if I remember their stats when it comes to the green, the yellow, the brackets, that means that they'll be most likely always around 7 or 8.
Yeah, always 7 at least.
Yes, so each time this unit attacks, it has full ranks against +1 attack die, so it puts them to 8. Otherwise, it's treated as having +1, so they will never get the rest.
So hear me out. Boldness and Courage is a decent ability because, I mean, any type of static buff is always good in this game, or any game really, but it's just boring.
It doesn't give you a lot of choices. It's not an order, but as a unit, they are not boring.
No, well,
I mean, they have 2 orders.
They're kind of like just an amalgamation of things we've already seen.
Yes,
but I think it's a good combo.
I think it is a good combo, and as the designer have already mentioned in one of their podcasts, even the designers are learning, as we are learning, how to better create and balance the game, and I think they are a result of that.
10 out of 10 on the art, though.
Yes. I wouldn't give vote for these guys before seeing them on the battle, but definitely I can tell it is a solid unit, and I like the art, and I like the combination.
They're going to be a pain.
They're going to be a pain, sadly, for me.
And finally, the big boy. And you can watch this in reverse order if you want to, I suppose.
Yep.
Wow.
So, John?
Wow, what's that? I've never seen one of those.
This is a standard, probably, NCU. You're going to need that, for sure.
For sure. What is this guy? This is new. Oh, this is a little QR code for the app.
Oh, yes. The companion app.
Official app.
We definitely use that to create our list.
We've got a list of the items in here. This stuff's all bog standard. We're not finding anything crazy. Updated rulebook.
Yes, 2021.
So, other than maybe the scenarios may not be correct, I imagine they would be.
I hope they will be. I cannot tell at a glance.
The book feels pretty good too. It feels like they've upped the paper quality, maybe.
Yeah, probably the game modes are not the latest.
Yeah, but I mean, the rules are free, and you know.
Yes.
That's a starting point if you don't like digital. So.
Absolutely. Yes.
Terrain and order tokens. Nothing new here. It looks like. I'm not gonna open this. I feel like everybody's seen one of these before. So, if you haven't, go look up another video. That's never anything to say.
Is all the terrains that you need to play this game. The bases for the units, so you have what, 4?
Yep, 4 bases, 4 infantry bases. No cavalry.
No cavalry. That's
sad.
kind of a bummer, yeah.
It's sad, is what that is.
Oh, but I see a lot of...
A metric... Well,
what is that? Oh, the dice.
Look, pretty.
Yeah, I've never seen this.
Pretty. And now I do a roll.
Oh, look at that.
I got 1 6.
So, let's see the...
That's what the 6 looks like. It's like a sun.
It's a sun with a spear. The symbol of
Oh, it does have the spear.
Yep.
Yep.
So, this is a symbol you guys never want to see.
Aesthetically, it
well,
definitely...
if you play against it. And,
and then
the everlasting...
D3.
D3, yes.
I gotta say about the dice.
Yes.
It definitely fits thematically. I wish it was purple instead of red for the pips, though.
That's just there's a low visibility.
That's just me.
I guess I would have made it more of like a light ochre, but then again, the color of the dice always matched the...
Right. Well, it goes great with the plastic, but the pips, I would have almost rather them even be black than the red that they are. I don't know.
Black would have made more sense.
That's
probably,
just me, but still pretty design, just colors, man.
It's great for the fall and Halloween.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of cards. Oh, wait, these are the...
Those are the units cards plus the game modes cards. In fact, we have here some castle wall and probably some of the units. And then, of course, the missions. We're not going to show this, but this comes with probably most of the...
Yeah, so here's all the mission cards that you get standard. So you've got all that there. It's all there for you waiting. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff in here.
I know. Well, let's focus on the units that I see here. Here, John.
Oh boy. I don't know if they're all together or not. I don't think they are.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I think they're split for some reason between the two boxes.
Okay.
So we'll have to figure out which one's which.
Yeah, something I miss in the starter set, like the first, they had like this cardboard with it will tell you each unit. Like
well,
where
I
it
mean,
would go. You have it? Like in the
storage. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Okay. But it's okay. I just remember a friend of us really going nuts with some Baratheons. Didn't know where they would go.
Okay, you know what? Let's just pull out all the spearmen.
Okay.
So these are all one pose, I think.
Yes.
So let's pull out the poses. Let's do it like
yes,
that.
Okay. So it's one pose there.
And another pose here.
Probably the spearmen have, I want to say less poses. I don't want to say something wrong. But
I'm guessing that's the
it looks like, yeah.
So that looks like all. I mean, that's still 6
1,
poses.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I want to believe this is going to be the new standard. There's going to be 5 poses. Yeah, 6 with the attachments.
Right. So, right off the rip,
I guess that is the captain, maybe?
I dare say these look better than the Sunspear Royal Guards.
I probably like them better. I do wish their spears would be a little bit longer, but I do understand it's a matter of construction and plastics. They would break up probably easily.
Right. I will say, like...
But yeah.
I think the details are clearer on these guys. And
now, John, I know that you're a big fan of Lord of the Rings, but does this remind you somehow of the Sudron? The Serpent Horde?
Yes, for sure. 100%. I mean, I feel like they come from the same place of inspiration.
Probably Persia or...
Probably that, or like the... What are they, the Sassanids?
Yes.
Very, very cool models. They've even got like the little, I don't know how to call it, but the little plume thingy on the spear.
The plume thing is actually helping to keep the stability of the model. Because at times, yeah.
It really is.
Wow.
They look really good. Like, I wish my paint log wasn't already as ridiculous as it is, because these are screaming paint me.
John, that's what I was telling you. A lot of models here, they're screaming. Now, those are
these Rangers of the North? No, that's what they look like.
No, those are no. As far I would like to see the name of those guys.
Should we do the unit cards?
Let's show the unit cards.
Back it up. So, 5-point unit. Okay.
So pretty standard
Martell
for
Spearmen. Wow. So 5-up move. Their attack 7/7/4 on a 4-up. So they're 7/7 as well.
Yeah. So far it's been the standard for like Spearmen.
5-up armor and 6-up morale. So
kind of light.
Yeah. Order set for charge. Again, nothing new. We saw that on the Unsullied. If this unit is not engaged with another enemy, it performs 1 melee attack on the attacker before they resolve their melee attack. And they have another order, Tactical Reposition, which this has been on many solo units and NCUs and attachments, but natively on this unit, start of an enemy turn, target 1 friendly unit in short range, they perform a 3-inch shift.
I think that will synergize pretty well with other units we're going to be seeing here, especially the Dervish.
That's going to get downright annoying for your opponent.
Yeah. So I would say a more of a lighter kind of unit, but I think it kind of incarnates pretty well the spirit of this army so far. It's more about maneuverability, as far as I can tell. Now, for the next ones are the ones with the bow, right?
Yep, the Sand Skirmishers.
Oh, okay. Sand Skirmishers.
They look like they're straight out of Assassin's Creed.
You want to read them first, or you want to show the models?
I feel like we've been reading the card after, so...
Okay. So these are the models. As far as I can tell, I can see only 3 poses here. Maybe wrong. No, 4.
I thought these guys. This is my first take.
Yes.
I might warm up to them. I thought they would look cooler than they do.
They
don't look bad. I just imagine them being cooler than they are. I mean, that's a cool pose, but I feel like a lot of the detail gets obscured with it.
This guy looks cool though. Yeah, you gotta say.
This is the best pose. This is for sure the best pose.
Yes.
You can kind of see everything more clearly the way he's standing. This guy.
Assassin's Creed for sure. Yeah, these ones I'm not very impressed.
Is that a woman?
Possibly, yeah. They look. Don't assume gender.
It's 2022. What am I doing?
Yep.
That's for sure a woman.
Yes.
That's for sure a woman.
It's kind of a little bit static, probably, compared to the rest. But...
Yeah, but there's some nice, like, even... The reason I could tell it was a woman right off the bat, like, even... They took that into account with the body design. You know, it doesn't look like a man with, like, a small head. You know
yes,
what I mean?
yes.
You can tell. It's very nice, actually.
So, show me. What do they do?
They are a 7-point unit.
7 point? Wow.
That has 6 move.
Okay.
The Skirmisher's bow, that is 3 up to hit, 7-5-4.
7-5-4.
And the Skirmisher's blade, that is 4 up to hit, 7-5-4.
Interesting.
Skirmisher's bow is short range, by the way.
So this reminds me so far of the Night's Watch Ranger.
Yes. 4 up armor, 6 up morale. Order, quick fire. After this unit completes a maneuver or retreat action, this unit performs 1 ranged attack action. So that's what's on the Dothraki veterans. And then start scout opening. Start of a friendly turn, target 1 enemy in long range until the end of the turn. Friendly units attacks on that enemy may reroll any attack dice and gain precision.
Now I see why these guys could be a pain, especially with the repositioning. If they could be repositioned with the 2-inch shift, they could actually have a range of 6 plus 2 plus 3.
And their bow basically has precision as long as you decide to use their...
Yeah.
Well, it's until the end of the turn, so basically, who else would you use this on with them? I mean, you could use it for another unit, but...
Yeah, I guess they have an effective range of 11 with the tactical repositioning. It's almost like a long range. And definitely they could sustain some attack. I mean, they're armor 4, 6. They're basically the standard for most of my units, especially the Starks.
It is a 7-point unit, though.
But it is a 7-point unit, yeah. I would say Precious. Yeah, I mean, I will play them. I will definitely play them.
I think back in the day, before all the reworks, this would have been an 8-point unit.
Probably.
But I think 7 points is pretty fair.
Yeah, it is. Now, personally, John, we're going to be looking at the guys that I think I like the most.
They are super cool.
Yes, I like the most in terms of game mechanics.
Oh, look at that guy.
Yep.
Wow, those helmets are cool. They look like the Easterlings from Lord of the Rings.
Yes, they do.
So that guy looks very cool with his, what do you call that, a kukri?
Yes, it is a knife, probably was originally from Asia.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to say...
Like maybe Pakistan?
Maybe, I don't want to...
Look at that guy.
Yeah. The poses are very good. Yeah.
That's almost like Shredder from Ninja Turtles.
It reminds me of some sort of gladiators as well.
Yes, that too. Yeah, actually, the helmets are almost... That's very similar to a gladiator.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
These are super dynamic poses. These are my favorite out of the set.
Yeah.
These are surprisingly the humble spearmen.
Huh. Yes, the humble spearmen. Yep.
Just because they look clean, but these guys have so much going on. They got a bunch of like tabards and cloaks and...
This is the standard.
The banner's a little warped.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's nothing...
Yeah, don't take any of this criticism. I'm just calling it as I see it. For the price of these...
Yes. I gotta say, the humble units to me wins.
Oh, is that the guard captain?
Mm-hmm.
It's just so clean.
It is.
I don't know what they did that they didn't do on the other units on these, but it's so much more crispy.
It is.
Like, that is...
It is.
That is honestly, dare I say, close to GW quality.
I honestly, I've seen some of the models here that I would gladly compare to GW quality. But without going into foreign territory, let's look at the card.
All right, so we've got the Sunspear Dervishes, a 6-point unit.
Interesting.
They do a lot for 6 points.
So they're movement 6 to begin with.
Yeah, movement 6. Melee attack is 4 up to hit, 7/6/4 instead of 5.
Okay.
4 up armor, 6 up morale. Maybe we were a little off on the morale thing. I feel like everybody's been pretty good.
They have 6, yes.
So they've got an order: Swift Retreat. After an enemy completes a melee attack on this unit, performs a retreat action. Then we've got the Dervish Blades, which is their melee ability. Wow, that's a lot. So precision, and then when attacking enemies that have not activated this round, critical blow. So they potentially have 2 of the 3 keywords. Like, just nothing special, like they can just do that. Then we're not even done yet. We've got Elusive Escape. This unit may reroll any retreat distance dice. Enemies that this unit disengages from may not pivot and become weakened.
That is pretty good.
These guys are like the Stormcrow Dervishes on crack.
Yes, yes. I honestly, as they are right now, I would not see a reason why I wouldn't choose this all the times. They cost 1 less. Now, granted, they are 4 up, but we have seen that if you charge and you have a reroll, the difference between a 3 up and a 4 up with rerolls is not huge. Mm-hmm. Maybe you're going to lose 1 or 2 hits out of 6 or 7, but you're saving 1 point. You could probably add some attachments here that they're going to make this unit even shine even more. Yeah. But the fact that it has Elusive Escape, it's something that as a star player, I always love to have in one unit. The ability to innately, without me tinkering with like tactics cards, being able to just retreat, leave the unit there. That means that unless it's a cavalry, you have almost a guarantee that either they pivot, taking the horse, otherwise they need to waste an activation.
I could see a combo easily with this. So you do all their movement shenanigans when they hit you, right?
Yes.
Then you make it so that they can't pivot, they become weakened, all that good stuff while you retreat with your reroll. And then, so let's say you get like a 12-inch retreat.
Yes.
Okay, obviously that puts you pretty far away from them as well as them from you. But you use your tactical reposition from the Spearmen
to
move them either forward or back depending on what the situation calls for.
Yes.
You could like basically jump them across, like hyper jump them across the table. With
you could definitely do that. And attack on the flanks. I can see that happening.
Easily, because you could retreat over, shift up, and then now you're in their side arc. That's nasty. For 6 points.
Now, these are the characters.
Oh my gosh, there's so many cards. Let's start with the
man on the
very cool wheelchair. Look at the back of that.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Doran Martell. That is an incredible model. That's awesome. So what does he do?
First, we gotta say that he is the first NCU that can be taken as a captain. I find that very, very interesting. As I don't know how he's gonna synergize. We should probably look at his tactics but definitely his cost. He's for 5 points.
5-point NCU,
yeah.
So proxy orders. Each time Doran Martell claims a zone, you may replace its effect with choose one. Ario Hota's unit may pivot, then perform 1 march action, or Ario Hota's unit may perform 1 retreat action.
Oh, I see. So you gotta include this guy, Ario Hota, as a sort of a second in command. Captain of the guards. Yep, I see that.
Interesting.
Well,
first of all, he's got a new tactic zone. Kind of like Pirate Pre from the...
yes, the Targaryens.
Yes. So this one says, there can only be 1 of these in the game. While you control this zone, opponents do not count as controlling tactic zones or abilities for tactics cards.
What?
Opponents do not count as controlling tactics zones for abilities or tactics cards. On your opponent's next turn, they must activate a combat unit if possible. What?
So this can definitely destroy, just right off the bat, the Lannisters, the ones that are based with your crown, all the panic shenanigans. if I read correctly, even if you bring your NCU and it says you always count as controlling the crown, the king, on your opponent's next turn. Wow. So it looks like whoever sits there first is gonna.
Yeah, because your opponent can do that too. But here's the thing: we're not even done yet.
Oh.
So his actual ability as the NCU, besides bringing this with him, is each time Doran Martell claims the zone indicated for the round, place one order token on it, and then it's got like 1 through 6, which you'll see on the screen. Round 1, claim bag or sword. I'm not going to read all of them. You'll see them on the screen. But basically, you have to claim a combination of several 2 zones per round. And it says, at the end of each round, if there are 4+ order tokens on Doran Martell, gain 2 victory points. So basically, as long as you can fulfill this agenda, which I don't see how your opponent can stop you, by round 4, basically you can get 6 victory points from this.
If there are at least 4+, you gain 2 victory points. Well, you probably win at 8 instead of 10.
Yeah. Well, even less than... Well, look at it, because it'll take till round 4 to get 4. And then it's at the end of the round, so 2, 2, and 2.
Oh, the edge of each round.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's...
Well, as we said already, many games, usually by round 4, they're kind of... I don't want to say decided, but often.
This might change that.
But that may change. Yeah, that might change.
Wow.
That might change. But again, I'll withdraw my comments until I see exactly what he can do. But definitely it adds another layer of tactics in a sense of controlling where he's placed. But since he has a choice of 2 tactic zones, there's not really an effective way to block him.
I don't think you can. Because even if you were to take that one card that he adds, the new zone, like, even though you have to activate a combat unit, they've spent 1 to do that. So you're always... It may not be what you want, but I think for the benefit of getting victory points, like, that's not...
You kind of forfeit what it's more immediate on the battlefield for a long-term plan in terms of getting those victory points.
Which is consistent with his character in the shows and books, but, like, that's... Basically, if you take him, you go into the game saying, I'm going to get at least 4, if not 6 victory points, like, period.
Yes.
Huh,
yes.
That's crazy. So then, Illyria Sand, Princess Leia looking space buns there.
Yeah.
Very, very neat model.
Interesting.
This is in line with what we've seen. Pretty slender. So she's got Lysine Charm. Each time Illyria claims a zone, target 1 friendly combat unit. You may then remove 1 condition token from them. That's pretty standard.
Pretty good.
4 points. If you control swords, target 2 enemy units in long range of the targeted friendly unit. Place 1 condition token on each of those enemies. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Yeah, for 4 points, it's pretty good.
Let's go with the Oberyn Martell. That
he is the yes.
You know who that reminds me of?
Who?
The Aomer model from Lord of the Rings.
Yes, you're right. There is some actually. Yeah, you're right.
He's got a scimitar on his back and everything. Look at the helmet in his hand. That is...
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is the Red Viper.
So yes, in a way, I mean, he's one of the most iconic.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Very cool.
So he's got a commander and an attachment version.
Okay.
So the commander version is he's got an attack ability called Manticore Venom.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's part of the melee attack of his unit. So once per game, after this unit completes a melee attack, attach the Manticore Venom poison card to the defender until they are destroyed. So what is Manticore Venom?
The Manticore says this unit cannot restore wounds. If this unit would become vulnerable, but is already vulnerable, it instead suffers 1 wound. So if it becomes vulnerable twice, it takes a wound instead. Each time this unit activates, it becomes vulnerable. So that means if you find a way to drop a vulnerable, like for example with the woman we saw before, you just dish out wounds. But the fact that it cannot restore wounds, it's almost like a death sentence. Like no matter what you do, that unit is gonna die.
I was pissed off about the Lannisters in the past with all their control shenanigans.
Yes.
I'm glad I'm the one to buy these. You're not allowed to use them, buddy. Okay, so we're not even done yet. So his other...
But this is once a game at least.
Right. And his other melee ability is Viper's Fangs. When attacking enemies that have not activated this round, the defender becomes vulnerable and
weakened. So that's
he basically gets a wound like Expert Duelist.
Yes, he does.
Interesting.
So,
and that's not even. I don't even know what his cards do. We're not going to go over it. In this
yeah,
video,
yeah, but
like,
yeah, definitely. I can tell how it is the king of debuff.
Yeah. So then we got a 2-point attachment version of him with some really cool art there. Expert Duelist. Yeah, I mean
makes sense.
That's pretty standard. And then the Viper's Fangs again, so he keeps the same ability there.
I would totally include him in a competitive tournament list. Expert Duelist, it's often very
but it is
sought after.
It is an infantry unit, but there's a bunch of fast units like those dervishes and stuff. So
you could park him like in one of those dervishes.
Then we've got the absolutely towering Ario Hota with his axe that's bigger than half their spears.
Yeah, show it on the camera. I think this model is probably the least looks the more foreign.
Yeah, he looks like a even his shield's different.
Yeah, it probably looks like one of my guys.
Yeah, he does. You know what?
Maybe he is.
Yeah,
maybe he is.
So he's got a commander. And
yes.
You want to take this one?
Yeah, I'll read the commander version. Has coordinated assault. When charging, deal +1 hit for each remaining ranks in this unit. Sort of like the Lancer of the Guardian.
Yeah, like Lancers.
Furious charge. Enemies successfully charged by this unit become vulnerable. It's always good. And then duty to the crown. Each time this unit passes a morale test, it restores 1 wound. If you control crown, restore +1 wound. I think it's pretty solid. I don't have anything that leaves me like, wow. It doesn't look like OP, but definitely solid. Solid. The way it looks is model.
Yeah.
Now, as an attachment is a 2 points attachment, 2 orders. The first battle plan. Start of any turn, discard 2 tactics cards to search your tactics deck for any 1 card and add it to your hand. Shuffle your tactics deck.
So he's kind of like some of those NCUs, but in the form of an attachment.
Correct.
That's pretty good.
It is. Especially because I'm pretty sure the tactics deck of these factions are pretty powerful. Mark target. Yes, it's another order. Start of a friendly turn. Target when enemy in line of sight and long range, they become vulnerable. Well, yes, we're seeing this vulnerable thing popping up too often.
Huh.
So
that's pretty much. We didn't go into the super specifics of everything because we're probably maybe going to make videos about that in the future. I don't want to promise anything at this point.
Yeah, but definitely, John, this is a faction full of interesting ideas.
This feels different. It kind of feels like the Greyjoys to me, like just
something different. Yes,
it kind of broke the mold because even the Targaryens didn't really shake up the game too much.
Well, they were one of the... Yes, I would say Greyjoys were one of the first of being like the new cool kids with their new mechanics and stuff. And definitely their place. I think these guys are the sons of the new understanding of the game, how the game has developed throughout the years. And I like them. I like the design. And from what I can tell so far, I would say, though, they don't look to me to be a beginner-friendly faction. This is probably the only criticism I could say, if it's a criticism at all. Yeah,
of course, at this point in the game, I'm hoping there's a lot of new people, but I think there's just so many resources out there and stuff. I think it's a little more... If these had to come out like when the game was new, it would have been a lot to wrap your head around.
Yes.
Yeah,
we're going to probably put a battle report soon with these guys and see how they play. But I can tell they have their ways to deal with armor.
This starter set, more so than some of the other ones, is a lot of value.
Yeah,
gameplay wise, I mean, because they're all fit for the value money wise, but we know that. But gameplay wise, I feel like there's a lot going on.
No, there is a lot going on, and the fact that you can play that commander as an NCU and as a commander at the same time, it opens up again different ways to win. I like the direction they're going. I like, instead of doing the typical power creep to sell the products to the existing players, they decided to go to the route of expanding options and choices instead. And I'm very happy. Very happy.
A lot of it was just rehashes of stuff we've already seen, but different because it was in combinations that I don't know that we've ever seen before. Like the martial training and the Separate Charge or whatever it was.
Yes.
Or Shield Wall, whichever one it was.
Shield Walls, yes.
Yeah, like that's... I don't think we've ever seen those two together. We've seen them in the same army.
Yes.
But not in the same unit. So that's... Yeah, it's definitely... I can't wait to whoop you with these guys.
We'll see about that. Well, guys, if you guys want to watch the battle report, we have updated recently one where John really makes 15 points. 15 points, okay? Keep in mind, the cap is 10, but he went to 15. So go ahead and see it if you think it's impossible.
Yep, and if you want us to make more stuff, let us know as always. I know this is like something that kind of came on at the end of our channel, but we've had a lot of rebranding and new ideas and a lot of new things going on in our lives and everything else. So this might be on the channel more. Maybe. So guys, again, thank you for watching, and thank you, John, for sharing with us this Martell starter box. Bragging. But yeah, guys, no matter what you do in life, no matter how many new starter sets come out or not, just buy one.
Just buy one.